Hey everyone, welcome to the new scrollsportal YouTube channel. I figured since the game hasn't actually been released yet, not even in alpha, and we have very little information, I'd put a video up of what information we do have about the game. Mojang have released 4 cards so far. They are the Abuser, the Dwarven Charger, the Knightly Sinner, and the Cenarian Sorceress. So I'm going to talk a little bit very quickly about the setup of these cards, the things you can see on the card and what they mean, what we know so far. I'm guessing these things are subject to change as the game goes through development and goes through alpha testing and so on. So at the top you've got the name of the character on the card. So this is the Abuser, this is the Dwarven Charger, he's a dwarf with a big shield and a hammer, the Knightly Sinner, who's a shady sort of character, and the Cenarian Sorceress, she's an elf. So the Abuser is a troll warrior. There's a more description down here about the character. All trolls next to Abuser is healed by 1 at the beginning of the owner's turn. The Dwarven Charger is a dwarf warrior. Dwarven Charger deals double damage to walls and buildings, movable 1. The Knightly Sinner is a human thief. If a unit blocks Knightly Sinner and carries equipment, their equipment is transferred to Knightly Sinner. And then Cenarian Sorceress is an elf sorceress. Pay 2 wood to have Cenarian Sorceress transfer her attack power to the target unit until the end of turn, enchanting 3. So what else have we got here? We've got a little sword with a number 2 by it. I'm guessing that's the attack value, possibly the damage they do when they attack. On the right hand side here you've got the unit's health. So the Abuser has 8 health points, the Dwarven Charger has 10 health points. These two are a little bit weaker, they have 6 and 6. So this sword possibly, if the Abuser attacks a Cenarian Sorceress, he'll do 2 damage to her and drop her health points down to 4. Now one interesting thing is if you've played other sort of collectible cards games like Magic the Gathering, usually what happens is at the end of your turn, your units heal. In this game, they don't. You keep playing, your units keep taking damage. You have to heal them with, for example, this one. Any troll standing next to the Abuser will be healed. If you don't heal them, then they die when their points reach 0. Now, that doesn't mean you lose the card necessarily. It just means that you take that scroll out of the game and you have a smaller arsenal left to continue the game with. What else have we got here? We've got these icons across here. Oops. These are the resources. So this, I'm guessing, costs 1 ore and 2 wood. The Dwarf Warrior costs 4 ore. The Human Thief costs 2 coins, and the Elf Sorceress costs 4 wood. Jacob has said that it would be very difficult to play a deck that needs to have different types of resources. I said possible, but difficult. So it's best to play a deck that uses the same resource. I'm not exactly sure why that is yet, but I guess we'll find out. Or if anyone has any further insight, feel free to leave comments. So that's the structure of the cards so far. I'm pretty sure I read that when you buy a pack of cards, you'll get some 80-odd cards in a pack, and they'll all be random. That seems like an awful lot of cards. If that's true, then it's awesome, because it means there'll be a lot of variety in the game. What they've also said is that you get cards, scrolls. So this card is a scroll. You get scrolls through. You can play the single-player campaign mode and get scrolls that way through completing quests and so on. You can also get scrolls through beating other players in the online, player versus player type of games, and you can trade them. There'll be an auction house, so you can trade cards, sell cards, buy cards. So you don't necessarily have to pay to get cards. There are some cards you can only get through completing the single player campaign, and some cards you can only get through playing online and trading them or buying them. So you don't have to pay for the game. The game itself, they've said so far, is going to be free, and the only thing you pay for are booster packs to get more scrolls. So that's really good, that you can spend as much or as little as you want on the game. And it seems that they want to make it possible whereby you can get a decent deck to play with just through the single-player campaign without needing to spend much or anything at all on buying scrolls. So that's a very quick glimpse into the scrolls of scrolls. Subscribe to us on YouTube. The website is coming soon. It's under development. As we speak, it's being worked on. We have lots of exciting things planned. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at scrollsportal, and on Facebook, it's facebook.com/scrollsportal. And thank you for watching. Bye.